Yo, Meader.
Yes, Nathan?
What's up?
Oh, just hanging out. Figured, we could just talk, and then now we have microphones in front of us and headphones on.
Did I cause this to happen?
Weird how it just happens sometimes, but I've been thinking about the high school and all of that. We've done a lot of episodes at this point, and we haven't given too much of a background of us and past stories. I know in the first episode we talked about some stories there, but I think it would be really cool if we talked about some stuff that happened in the past.
Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds good.
There was one in particular that I want to talk about.
Really?
Yeah, you actually wrote a story once about it. It was kind of like an autobiography, and you really minor changed some things. I think we should have this mini-sode be about the Natec Utting story.
Oh my god. No. Okay. Dude, we need to talk.
Welcome back. So glad you're here. So, remind me again about this story, because I remember little bits and pieces, but I don't remember the whole story. All I remember is that it was the Natec Utting story.
So this happened back in, sophomore year of high school. Both me and Steve are in the same grade, and we're actually in the same team, same classes and stuff. It was pretty crazy. But there was a teacher named...
That was...
I needed to say Natec Utting there.
You ruined it, Nate. That was your big opportunity. That was all natural. BT dubs, everybody. Like it's pouring rain right now. So okay, go on.
Okay, the teacher was Natec Utting. Now, obviously, the name is changed for legal purposes, but he was a decent teacher. He was a new teacher, and all the girls were in love with him. You remember Natec Utting?
Yeah, he was really cute.
And he had girls just swooning over him constantly. I don't think it's that attractive, but,
Well, when your choices are, 14-year-old boys or really, really old, creepy men and women, Natec Utting looked really good.
Yeah.
Every time we say his name. Go on.
So, there was one day where me, Steve, and a kid named Chill 2, not his actual name, but that was his login name, because there's another Chill in the school. And
Computer login?
Yeah, computer login. And
I thought you meant like our school was super high tech, and in order to get in, you had to log in.
that would be cool. But so me, Steve, and Chill 2 were going into the pod. Now, you have to explain a bit how the school works. So this is Noah High School. So there's these wings coming off, and they're called pods. And a team is kind of hosted in a pod, and there's like all 4 classes in there. And could you do this better justification here?
Probably anybody could do better justification than that.
Oh shit.
It does make our school sound really cool. Like, oh yeah, he had this login, and then we went into the pod, and like we were super high tech. We were also on the moon.
So,
okay. So the school had about 600 people per graduating class. No, 400 per graduating class. So we're talking 1,600 people, give or take, in the school as far as students go. So they broke us off into what they called teams, and there were 4 different teams. And the school itself had different wings off of it, and each wing was given to a specific team. And then each team, you would stay within the same team through all 4 years, from freshman till senior year. So you would stay in your wing. It was very segregational, and we had only one black kid, so I think that was the biggest reason he had his own team.
Yep. And so we're on the white team, of course.
Naturally.
No, not gonna make that joke.
Go on.
And so me, Steve, and Chill 2 were coming back from lunch, and the way we ate lunch was we kind of like got it, woofed it down, and would go back to the pod because the pod was a nice little chill out place. And we were called Podidians for this reason. And so me, Jill, and Steve are coming back, and there's a kid, and his name is Dan Kelly, name obviously changed for obvious reasons. And what do you remember about Dank?
I remember, I know him now, and now he's really chill, but then I didn't really hang out with him too much. I know junior going into senior year, I hung out with him quite a bit more, but I didn't really know him back then.
Right. I mean, I remember he was like a kind of a skater kid and kind of like a bit punk, but not really. He was like kind of testing the waters a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he was in like there's like these doorways opening. There's these doorways to the pods, and there's like some little benches and stuff. And Dank Ellie was there, and then there was another kid. He was an upperclassman, and he was kind of bullying Dank Ellie a little bit, and it kind of ended up playful and not like, kind of mean or anything. But Dank Ellie was eating some French fries with some ketchup and everything, and
I think they were chicken nuggets.
Oh my god, chicken nuggets!
They were chicken nuggets. There might have been fries involved, but I specifically remember there were nugs.
Okay, yeah, there were nugs involved, and so the kid just kind of like, boom, knocks it right out of his hand, and they fall on the floor, and the ketchup goes splattering like crazy. And me and Steve and Chill, too, are just kind of like, just laughing. This is kind of funny. It's like, oh, that's kind of funny. And they just kind of walked off. Now, at the very moment, we're kind of laughing, Natec Utting opens the pod doors and sees us laughing. Now, he doesn't look at Steve, he doesn't look at Chill, too. He doesn't look at Dan Kelly. He doesn't look at the kid that was walking away bullying. He looks directly at me. Just kind of stares me down. And I'm just kind of like, okay, this is kind of weird. Anyway, so we go in there. Inside the pod, and we start chilling out, and some other Podidians are in there. And we start talking, and then the tech guy comes right up to me. And he says, "Hey, Nate, clean up the mess you made in the pod. Hey, Nate, clean up the mess you made out there." And I was like, I didn't do that. And he said, "No, I saw you do. You made it. Now you go and clean it up." And it's like, oh, what? And so a few people who I actually knew started coming to my aid. It's like, no, he didn't do that at all. He what are you talking about? And it starts going back and forth. And then this is really ironic. Remember the whole guilt by association thing?
Mm-hmm.
So a big thing with Natec Utting was guilty by association. We had the whole thing in this class about the Salem witch trials and how it was wrong to, garnish these people as guilty because they're associated by other people. What he said to me was, "Nate, you're going to go out there, you're going to get attention because you're guilty by association. You may have done it yourself, but you are going to do it." And I was just, what?
So he's using the commandments that were passed down back in the Salem witch trials that he was condemning in class as his basis for why you should be handling a situation you had nothing to do with.
Right, which is, oh my god.
I don't know if that's ironic or just completely idiotic.
A bit of both.
Fair enough.
And so it's like, oh, okay, I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I have had this whole record my whole life of not getting in trouble. I've never really gotten in trouble for anything except for one other thing, which we might talk about sometime later. But so I go up there and I clean it up, and everybody's just like, "Dude, this isn't right. Why? No, you shouldn't be cleaning up. This isn't your problem. Why are you doing this?" And he's like, "Yeah, good job, Nate. I'm glad you listened." And so I was just perplexed about this because this is just strange. Like, to me, it's not. I don't know how to describe it. It's nothing's ever happened like this. This is like an obvious power play, and it's like when you get caught up in someone's power play, you're not even aware of it. So when I was trying to process it, I actually wrote a story about it for a writing class, and I called it the Natec Utting story. Now, name obviously changed from the Natec Utting, and so I wrote the story, and it's actually pretty funny. I think. Steve, you've read the story, right?
Yes. It's very funny. And a lot of what makes it funny is the way that you phrase things. And it's the story that was just told, and it has a lot of elements in it that make you like stop and go, wait, what is he talking about? Oh my God, that makes so much sense. Like I would have never thought of it that way. It's actually really brilliantly written.
And there's a lot of stuff that would be missed on people who, didn't go to Noble or aren't aware of all the relationships, because it's a pretty inside story as well. You have to kind of know the culture of Noble to really kind of get all the jokes. Wow, I'm kind of really praising myself right now.
Wow, Nate, you sound like a douchebag.
I've been hanging around you too much.
I'm pretty angry. You're taking my swag here.
So I write the story and everything, and I thought it was pretty good. I wasn't trying to like fuck over Natec Utting or anything or getting him in trouble. I thought it was a funny story, and it kind of is. So I handed it in, and I didn't know what to expect exactly, because it's a kind of, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, this is kind of funny, but then I also thought maybe like you would see it as like an attack on a teacher or something, and like maybe that was a bad idea, but I didn't really give a fuck then. And so I get the paper back as a draft, and the assistant teacher who did the grading and stuff, he was quite concerned. He had to talk with me on the side. He said, Nate, you're gonna have to change this right here. I'm like, change what? And so he showed me, and it's just one line, and it's like, all the girls love Natec Utting, except for me, because I'm not gay.
That seems fairly normal.
And he said that was offensive to people, especially gay people.
Wait, how is that offensive to gay people?
I don't know.
Is it offensive because it's implying that all gay people would like Natec Utting?
I guess. I don't know. Oh, jeez. But
hey, gay people, write into us, tweet at us, let us know. Is it offensive? Well, probably now it is, because I just called you gay people.
Well, at least you called them people, right? So I seldom argued with teachers, but this is one of those times where I'm like, I'm not changing that. What do you mean it's offensive? How's that offensive? It's funny. So he's like, no, Nate, if you don't change this, I'm going to send you to the Nate, if you don't change this, I'm going to send you to the principal's office. I'm like, what? What? So, of course I did, because I wanted to maintain my perfect record of never being in trouble.
Fucking goody.
I really am. I mean, even my current work, I've never been in trouble.
Well, you should get in trouble.
All right. I need to, fuck someone.
On the Munchkins.
So, that is the Natec Utting story, and I don't know if anybody read it, to be honest, but...
I read it.
You read it.
It was great.
I feel like it could be one of those stories that people look back on and say, man, what's the Podidian?
I feel like it's one of those stories people are going to look back on and be like, he was ahead of his time.
People 20 years from now at Noble will read it and be like, man, it's like the culture back then is the same as it was today.
Wait, the unedited version or the teacher's assistant version?
Dude, what? You're on something here. I was censored. I was censored by the man.
You were.
And that's not cool, man. That's really not cool.
That's not cool.
Why would you ever censor someone?
Well, several reasons, but most of it is because of Christianity. Man, we flame Christianity a lot.
Okay, time to start flaming another religion. Fuck you, Buddhists.
Yeah, Buddhists just sitting there under your trees.
You're far too peaceful. Start blowing shit up.
So, the way I understand it here, so you passed this in as an actual paper. Did this ever get back to Natec Utting?
I don't know. I never found that out.
He never approached you or anything like that?
No, but you give me a great idea, because if, I'm just going to carry around that paper in my back pocket now. If I see him, I'm going to hand it to him. Make sure he knows what he did. And then I'll say, hey, Natec Utting, we need to talk. Want to hear more? Well, subscribe. Also, you can leave us a rating on iTunes or get at us at WNTT1 on Twitter. And we're on Facebook at We Need to Talk Show. You're open to suggestions, feedback, criticisms, whatever. Just talk with us, because, it's kind of the name of the show. We Need to Talk. So talk to us. Also, we're on Patreon if you want to donate to us. Maybe it should be our name now. And, yeah, we need to talk.